Hey guys, hope everyone's alright. I'm going to make a statement to start this episode. I'm going to say that I think that we're all the same, the human race if you like, our humanity. We're all the same regardless of your race, your gender, your religion. We all have to eat, we all have to sleep, we all want community and friendship, and in that sense I think we're all the same. But even more essential and inherent than those physical things, I think all of us want to move away from suffering and move towards happiness. And I think that that's something that we all share. And I think that everything that we've ever done in our lives and the things that we currently do as habits today are things that we think will make us more happy and we think is going to take away the suffering. But I think we've been sold short by what the machine and society has sold us. And so in this episode, I'm going to try and share with you some alternative. So there was a film called The Pursuit of Happiness. I don't know if you've seen it, with Will Smith and his son Jaden when he was young. And there's a great quote from it. And it's, "Don't ever let someone tell you that you can't do something. Not even me. You got a dream, you got to protect it. When people can't do something themselves, they're going to tell you that you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period." For me, in this video, I would say the thing to go and get, the thing to pursue and dream about is being happy and free of suffering, like what the Buddhists and Buddhism would teach us. But in our Western world, if you're in England or Europe or America, there's a thing that's inherent, just as inherent in us as the need to eat and the need to sleep, and that is the hedonic treadmill. The hedonic treadmill, also known as hedonic adaptation, is the observed tendency of human beings to quickly return to a relatively stable level of happiness despite major positive or negative events of life changes. And so this is something that affects everyone. If you get a load of stuff, you'll be happy for about 5 minutes or one day, and then it won't be new anymore. So you'll be looking for something else. And this is what they say, the hedonic treadmill. And even if you're a millionaire, multi-millionaire, and you've got a fleet of cars and jets, again, it's like a treadmill. You're never going to get to the end. So even if you've got those things, you're looking for the next, the upgrades to your cars and your aeroplanes and all that. So I think everyone in the world, we're trying to improve ourselves, we're trying to improve our situation. And so you'd think that living in a modern society, that would be easier for us. It would be easier for us than it would be in some third world war-torn country. But yeah, I don't think it's the case. If you look at a lot of studies and facts and research about it, the more things that we have, in a sense, the more suffering we bring it into ourselves, because you've got a load of stuff, you want to look after it, you want to protect it, you don't want to lose it, but you also want to get more stuff as well to pile on top of that. So just imagine that you've got a yacht, you know, you've worked hard and you've got your yacht, and you'd think, yeah, he's got a yacht, he must be really happy, or a yacht's going to be something that's going to make me happy. But you've got to look after it, you've got to maintain it, and what if something happened to it? What if it sank? You know, that's going to bring great suffering to you, because you're going to say, my yacht, you know, I love my yacht, but now it's sunk, it's on the bottom of the sea. Whereas if you haven't got anything but a begging bowl and a robe, and even those things through your spiritual practice, you're not attached to them, then you're going to, then the material things of the world, it can't affect your inner state, your happiness or suffering, because you don't cling to these worldly things. And so, yeah, I think it's clear for everyone to see that in the modern world and with all our materials and affluence, I think in a way we're more anxious, we're more depressed, and we're suffering more than those with less. And so, yeah, I'm going to speak to that more in this video. So you could go to this lovely mansion, be it in England or some European country or America, and it's worth a lot, and more than likely the people that live in this house, the family that live there, they've got absolutely no financial worries. They don't care for anything in a financial capacity. But if you were to go to their medicine cabinet or look in their bedside drawer, it's very likely that they'd have probably a load of antidepressant tablets or tablets to help medicate their stress and anxiety. And this is precisely because they've got so much stuff. You know, they've got so much stuff, they acquired all these things looking for happiness, thinking that once we get financially secure, once we get the house, the car, you know, the garden, the school for the kids and all these things, then we'll be happy. But they don't get there, and they're moving very fast on the hedonic treadmill now. You know, if you're a monk, you're not even on the hedonic treadmill. If you're these people that live in this house, you're running pretty quickly, and you better keep running because you're just going to fall off otherwise. And as a result of all this consuming and, you know, one-upmanship and getting the best things, yeah, we've lost our sense of empathy and compassion because we're always trying to one-up the Joneses, as the phrase is, and we want to be better than them, and they've got this, so now I need to get a better one so I can have my status restored in the society and community. We're living in these built-up areas and these cities and towns, and we don't want for anything. You know, we've got everything, but we've never been so lonely and miserable and depressed. So what's going on, you know? From everything that I've said so far, it should be clear that these things aren't going to bring us to happiness. So yeah, where do we have to look? Well, there's plenty of individuals all over the world who have as their highest priority, beyond wealth and materials, the well-being of others. And there's many people, I mean, some are probably coming into your mind, like Mother Teresa or Mahatma Gandhi or some school teacher or a nurse or a doctor. You know, their whole life is dedicated to making other people's lives better. And all of these issues that I've mentioned, it's not because of lack of knowledge, because with the internet now and with YouTube and all these gurus and everywhere, if you really wanted it, you know, and you wanted to work hard and you wanted to get it, then you could find it. You could find the books, you could find the teachings, you could even find the guru and go and stay with them for a little while. And there's an endless stream of that coming on social media if you follow the right people. And it's something that I think about a lot. Why don't people want to be more happy and pursue some inner way or path to happiness rather than constantly, you know, running on that hedonic treadmill? And so I really think, from my experience, from my studies and learning, that this is a real thing. You know, if you move away from the outer world of materials and consumption and in to the inner life of, you know, yeah, what all the world's religions are founded on and what the philosophers of all the times have spoken about, yeah, then I think that'll help you move away from suffering and towards happiness. I'm not the only one that's doing it, that's espousing this stuff. You know, there's some really famous mainstream ones, that the Dalai Lama, Sadhguru and Mooji are all spiritual teachers who help you move inwards and away from suffering and towards happiness. But if you don't like all those stuff, big beards and, you know, robes and stuff, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, there's some secular, more modern teachers too, like Jay Shetty, Russell Brand on his channel, and Sam Harris. They're ultimately espousing exactly the same as what the other guys are, but they're doing it in a more secular, mainstream way, so that you don't have to have a robe or you don't have to stop doing this or that. And they're trying to share it with you as well. And so we don't have to look far for peace and happiness. We don't have to go to India. We don't have to go to Tibet. If you've got a laptop and a job, ultimately, you can do it. You can do it in your own home. You can adapt your life and set it up so that you're going to be more happy because of the choices that you make. And every day we got choices. Every moment we got choices. And you'll have many choices from when you watch this video up to the end of the day and then for the rest of your life. So if we can start altering some of these choices now and try and find a thread that I've left for you in this video and start pulling on that and following where it takes you, have a look at one of those teachers' works, read one of their books, or just do a Google search, or alternatively hit that subscribe button and ask me a question. You know, what is it that you want to know? I can do the research, or I know where to find some sources. So if you've got something that you want to ask, just ask it and hit that subscribe button and come along for the journey and try and, yeah, everyone get happy. So let's make the right choice right now, what we feel is right. And if anything I've said in this video you found valuable, make that step, start pulling that thread, let me know what you find. I'll see you soon.